Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's up, people? Let me turn this around a little bit like that. Make sure we're good over here. What's up, fam? Talk black to me. What's up? What's up? Let me see where y'all tuning in live from. Let me see who on the feed. Hey, Sister Milicia, how are you? Are you busy working, plowing? I know you are. Hello, beautiful. Hello, Sister Sandy. Peace and love to you as well. Sister Janice, hello. Hello, Doreen. I think that's how you say it, or Darren, but it's just hyphenated. Hello, hello, hello to you all. What's up, people? What is up? Look, I am extremely tired, and it's for a good reason. But I wanted to come by here and share with you guys really quick, just to keep y'all updated on what's going on. We just wrapped up the Wealth Encounter on yesterday. It was absolutely phenomenal, literally. I'm not saying that because I was there or we even hosted it. What's up, Princess? Odessa, I see you. Georgia, represent. It just says Facebook user. So whoever said hey, hello to you as well. What's up, Raheem McLean? If y'all missed that Wealth Encounter, look, don't miss the next one. Now, I ain't going to say much more. Y'all see when the videos and everything come out. We had an absolute blessed, amazing time. Like, it was really, really good. These brothers, these men and women felt like they were lifelong sisters and brothers. And so we just really, really had a good time. Lorraine, hey, Sister Lorraine. So what I wanted to share really, really quickly is I had posted a couple of days ago, and this has just been weighing heavy on my heart. And I believe that we as the people need to do something literally about this. This is unacceptable for us. It's unacceptable for those of us who have children, those of us who have grandchildren, those of us who have elderly parents. This is unacceptable. And I shared a video. I shared a reel, actually. I think I shared it. I don't know if I shared it on Facebook. I mean, YouTube. Probably didn't, just because of all the algorithms and how they be trying to ban people for the dumbest and the smallest of things. So I had shared the video, the reel. I had shared it on Instagram and I had shared it on Facebook. And it was of these chemtrails that they have been heavily, and I mean heavily, when I say heavily, they have been heavily poisoning us, y'all, period. That's the best way that I can say it. And if they want to block me for that, then it is what it is. I'm going to find me a lawyer because that is my free speech. That's what's happening. We are being poisoned. All the diarrhea, all of the headaches, all of the sore throats, all of the bad weather, all of the tornadoes, all of the rain pours, all of this. I mean, it rained dirt in Texas, y'all. I thought I was tripping till my daughter, who lives all the way across town, came over to my house and her car was dirty. And then the Spirit of the Lord said, look at everybody else's car. And I thought, well, maybe it just got through raining, pouring down, raining, and, maybe some dust or something blew, but I didn't remember any wind blowing after this rain. So I looked at my husband's white car and I see he got dirt. I mean, I'm like, did it just rain dirt? I'm gonna show y'all the pictures. So when my daughter got over here and her car was the same way, and then we start driving down the road and we see other people's cars with dirt on them, I say, yeah, it rained down some type of substance. And what was crazy is my daughters and my grandchildren live out in California. After this rain, because I guess after the rain passed from here, it went on down there. Nevertheless, my daughter said everybody in the house woke up vomiting uncontrollably, my grandkids. So she took them to the hospital and they said, well, we don't know. It's like must be a 24-hour bug or something. And it only lasted 24 hours. They were back to themselves. They said when my daughter took my grandchildren to the emergency room, that they were 500 cases in to people just walking in, suddenly vomiting for no reason, uncontrollably, like past dry heaving. And they had to order all this Zofran to keep people from vomiting. And then the next day, it hit my daughter. She had to go to the hospital. So I started paying attention even more so, and I always pay attention. Me, as one who is a watchman, I always pay attention to everything, not just what these politics are doing, but the weather, all of that, because I'm woke to what's going on. For years, 2009, 2010 is when we started our journey with digging deeper, down the rabbit hole into this, what we call this thing here called the Matrix. And we began to learn about HAARP and CERN and how they manipulate and rain clouds and rain seeding and all of this stuff. But at that time, the chemtrails were not as just obvious as they are now. And I tell you, every time it's a beautiful day, I always have a tendency to look up because I like to take in the beauty of the blue sky and, just the beauty of a beautiful day. And I go outside and I see, I mean, they went bananas. They went ham with the chemtrails. I mean, I think it was over 30 streaks in the sky. And it wasn't even noon yet. And then I thought back, I said, look, we just had a beautiful day like a week and a half ago. I seen him out here doing the same thing. And then all of a sudden we got tornadoes tearing up stuff. We got, strong winds, 40 and 60 miles per hour, tearing up stuff, tearing down light poles and all of this other stuff. So I was like, now that we got another beautiful day, I want to see if they out here. And they was thick, like MAC lip gloss in the sky. And then you know what happened 2 days later? We get some rain. And then they said the same storm that just tore up the South, Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, it's going to come back to the same area. Y'all know why I'm looking like that, right? It's going to come back to the same area. So guess what? Today we're under a severe thunderstorm warning. Now, this is what really gets me all discombobulated is the lizards come out during the spring. They didn't hibernate it all winter, so now they hungry. They come out during the spring. So does the garden snakes. So does the mosquitoes, or the mosquitoes that look like they spider, half mosquito. These back southern, animals, I don't know. In California, we got little bitty mosquitoes, but these look like daddy long legs mixed with mosquitoes. They come out in the spring. Now, how was we having winter weather in the spring? And what I notice is every time they spraying, they always spraying across the sun. And it's hazy. It get real hazy. And I'm going to show y'all what I'm talking about in just a moment. We can't just sit back and say, yeah, we know that's just chemtrails. No, they killing us, yo. They spraying stuff and making us sick. I thought about what is that man's name? Let me think for a second. Hold on. He's a journalist and he exposes a lot. He had exposed like PHIZ, you know who, the people that make the, he exposed them. I can't think of that man's name for all the tea in China right now. But his thing is like Veritas. Veritas, something Veritas. O'Keefe, that's his name. O'Keefe. So he had exposed them and they had a segment that I aired, I showed and got a strike for sharing it, where the head people in PHIZ, you know, the other two letters, the makers of the, they had said that they were tired of minorities resisting, taking the, you know what? So they wanted to use something called blow darts. And I want to play it for y'all, but I'm using caution because I don't need them to take down my platform. But they said we're getting fed up and tired of minorities not jumping on the bandwagon when the donuts didn't really work and the lottery tickets didn't work and the Super Bowl tickets didn't work and the $1 million didn't work, or they got they got some but not enough. Never no payout when that stuff did not work. Then they was busted on film undercover saying that minorities need to have blow darts blowed into them or, sprinkle something on them to make them get it. And why did I just say that? Because there is more than mercury and aluminum being sprayed outside of them planes. And for the people that is so deep sleep, and say, oh, those is just airplanes blowing out contrails. Airplanes don't blow out contrails that make fake clouds. And you go outside and your nose and stuff start burning. Like you done snorted some coke. And I don't know what coke feels like, but I can only imagine if dust get in my nose, that hurts. But for people who take it up another notch and snort coke, I'm sure it burns. That's why I ain't never been no drug addict. I'm not putting anything up my nose and anything else. If I gotta torture myself to feel good, I don't need it. But I'm sure I have been around, especially in the hood, dudes and women snort coke to stay up all night and hustle. So I'm not gonna act like I'm oblivious to it. I done seen their nose clogged up, bleeding, the whole 9 yards. But how is it that when you walk outside, your nose start burning? Me and my whole entire family during that winter storm that they just had again here in Texas. When the snow came down, we went outside. My nose started burning first. My husband's nose started burning. My daughter's nose started burning, and we had symptoms. Not of the plague, but we had symptoms. Nose burning, ear aching, throat on fire. For what? We just walked outside. And that's what really, really caused me to do a lot more research than just, out there filming and taking pictures of these cats going crazy. And I don't like politics, but I have said it over and over again. Father, if you want to send me into that territory to disrupt some stuff and to change the course of some things, then by all means necessary, I'm willing to go. I'm the woman for the job. Train me up so I can go in and regulate. Because somebody got to say something and somebody got to do something. It's not enough for us just to sit by idly and allow these people to do this. And that is what's so disturbing to me, that is more of us than it is of them. And we can't do nothing but just sit back and be raped literally with no Vaseline. This stuff is infecting and affecting us. And then the crazy part about it, I have an article, I have lots of articles, lots of informative information where they have decreed that 600 million people will be diagnosed with cancer this year. Let me see if I can pull it up, because some people, sometimes people be like, she lying. Let me show y'all real quick. Hold on over here, Instagram. Let me pull this up. See if I can share my screen. Where am I gonna go to? Let me go to this one. Oh, 2 million. Excuse me. 2 million. I said 6 million. They said 2 million. Now, what I don't understand is how in the world they get this. Nearly 2 million cases of cancer likely to be diagnosed in 2022. That's where I got 600 something from. Because I believe they said 600,000 will die. Yep, that's it right there. This is the article that I read. Nearly 2 million new cases of cancer are expected to be diagnosed, and some 609,000 people will likely die from cancer in the U.S. in 2022, according to a new report published on Wednesday. The annual report from the American Cancer Society estimates that 1,918,030 Americans will be diagnosed with cancer, equivalent to 5,250 new cases being detected every day. This is up from approximately 1.8 million new cases that likely occurred in 2021. Now, where do they get this type of statistics or data from to say that 2 million cases of cancer in 1 year and 609,000 people will die? I wonder why. Let me just go on over here while I got the camera, while I got this popping over here, y'all. Excuse all of this real quick. Let me close this out. I ain't been on here in a cool minute, so it got everybody in their mama's inbox up here. Come on, Sway. All right. I'm going somewhere with this, so just hold up a second. Okay. I want to show y'all first. Where's that? Where's those photos? I'm gonna show y'all first something that I paid attention to. Okay. Now this is outside my front door. I mean, they was going crazy on this day, literally. I'm gonna go back to that picture, and there's a reason why that picture is there. As you can see, I mean, they were just everywhere that morning. Now tell me something ain't wrong with this. How you up there doing cartwheels and loops and hoops? Like, what do you, why would you need this much? It was a beautiful, clear day. And then afterwards, as you can see, all of these chemtrails start getting these so-called clouds after they were spraying. And as you can see, let's go back to the first photo. Clear blue sky outside of this little street they made over here. And then after, you know, as they progress, look how the sky start looking. And then it started looking like this, but they still wasn't done. I mean, they had a field day, literally, out there that day. They was making crosses, everything. The sky just went from being all the way blue, like this up here, around here, to looking like this. That's how the sky looked. And then you start seeing like this haze. And it was still in the sky, as you can see here. But now the sky don't look blue, it look cloudy. I'm gonna go back to that. Now, the reason why I showed y'all this is because these photos are from my house, my area. Now, I don't live in a poor area. I don't live in a rich area. I live in a middle class area. But there is predominantly people that look like me in my area. This here is in Texas as well. This was right before nightfall. And I had went on a vacation. Many of you guys know that we were on a vacation. Let me tell you, the whole entire time we were on our vacation, not one plane and not one chemtrail was sprayed in this region, in this atmosphere. And this was in a country club, as you can see, surrounded in the mountains. And from what I'm finna say, then you'll understand why I say what I'm saying. This was, they had PGA golf tournaments, you know, celebrities and superstars at this hotel. And I think I might have saw 4 or 5 people that looked like me, but there was no spraying whatsoever. I had to call it to my husband's attention. Like the air ain't smoggy, none of that. Why did it kick me out of there? Hold on. I mean, you can see everything clear. Wake up, no nose burning, no, you know, no headaches, none of that. They did not spray this area, not a single time. And I'm always watching. I got millions of videos in my phone because I'm always watching. This right here, the reason why I took a picture of this, because whatever this was, and this was not the moon. And it wasn't no star. It just stayed. And this was that night that they said they seen an orange light beaming from Texas. I don't know who all heard that, but this was that same night. And the next morning before sunrise, this little light just stayed in the sky for about an hour. I recorded it as well. Let me see if I can click out of that and go back this way. Hold on 1 second. Another thing that I noticed, oh, here's the video. So I recorded that light just standing there, that, whatever that was. I also wanted to show y'all another thing. Let me scroll back up here really quickly. People think that we not gonna have no food problem. Those lights out there are boats. I try to zoom in. Every light you saw, yeah, way out there, it went for miles and miles. Those are all boats stuck on the port for miles. All of them. I try to take the phone out of the room and go as far as I possibly could, but all those are boats full of supplies. I'm sharing this for a reason. I'm gonna show it again. That's one, that's one, that's one, that's one. That's why I'm zooming in now. All of those lights you see out there, all of those were boats, quote unquote, stuck on the water. We were there for almost 4 days, and them boats did not move. This morning was the morning we was leaving this area to go down to another area. But that right there, I knew it was not going to be good. I knew it wasn't going to be good, just for the simple fact that see which other one, that you had all of that activity going on out there on the water. Now, let me scroll up and let you hear what the leadership of this country has said.
But doing the nasty with this girl in the bathroom.
Oh no. This the wrong
are you
thing.
ready?
Yeah. I gotta show y'all this later on. Hunter Biden in these explicit positions with all kind of women, minority women, Caucasian. It just sickening. Says on Facebook feed is stuck on the article. Is it? Oh snap! Hold on, y'all. That must be something Facebook is doing. Got to be. Hold on, I'm gonna fix it in just a second. I want to get up here to this other video this one right here. Now let me check and make sure that over here, y'all can't see. You can't see the pictures. Oh wow, it's just been stuck right here. Oh my goodness. Hold on, y'all. Let me fix this. Y'all tell me if y'all can see this again, okay? We're gonna try it again. Now I need to go down and show y'all that again. Sister Kimberly, let me know if you can see on Facebook now. If you can see me moving. I'm moving this. Let me know if you can see it, please. I think it's the wrong video. I was showing y'all that light. It just stayed in the sky right here. Same night it was reported that there was some type of yellow light dimming down. It was like, oh, it's the end of the world in Houston. This light right here. But what I was just showing you guys about the port, let me see if it'll play that next video. This one, yeah. All of this is boats stuck on the water. All these lights. For miles and miles and miles. Those were all ships of all sizes, all kind. I got footage in the daytime and in the night, but it just went on and on and on. Everywhere you see a light out there is a boat. Stuck. So hopefully you guys can see. Let me see. Let me check over here and see if they can see. Okay, good. Y'all can see. Okay, so the reason why I shared that is because of what this man said, and I want y'all to know the reason why he said what he said. This is all a part of something else. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm watching my words because again, they watching me. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm watching my words because they watching me. Oh yes, I got some stuff to show y'all. We might be here for a quick minute, okay? But I got some stuff that I need to show y'all. And look at this computer want to act like it's gonna go out and it's been charged all day. Hold on 1 second. This right here, I want to show y'all this. And it's going to be real. Here we go. With regard to food shortages, we did. Let's talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia; it's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example. Just give one example.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not realize it as of yet, but what we're looking at right now is a global skirmish between the most powerful nations on the face of planet Earth to see who can grab the seat of global dominance in the New World Order situation that is right now unfolding before our faces. Did not Jesus tell us in the book of Matthew 24 and verse 7 that nation would rise up against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places? And are we not seeing a famine situation coming into fruition as a result of the clashing of the kingdoms of our world at this very time? My friends, there will be a new world order, but Jesus ultimately will conquer the kingdoms of this world, because we are told in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 14 that as the united kingdoms of this world seek to make war with the Lamb, who is Jesus Christ, that the Lamb will overcome them, for he is King of kings and Lord of lords, and those that are with him are the called and the chosen and the faithful.
So I'm gonna rewind it back.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did. We still talk about food shortages. And,
Food shortages. In regards, this is really the most important out of this leadership's mouth. What's going over there in Ukraine and Russia is going to affect Americans. Out of his mouth is going to affect their food by June, quote unquote.
With regard to food shortage, yes, we did. We still talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example. Just give you one example.
Ladies and
Now, I shared that, and I just shared that with them boats. Why is them boats sitting out there? The boats ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in Ukraine, right? They have nothing to do with what's going on in Ukraine. Why aren't they moving? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, why are they sitting out there? That is going to delay a lot of produce, medication, clothes, the whole 9 yards. That is going to hold up a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. It's going to affect a lot of people, as you can see. And that's just in Texas. That's not even in New York. That's not even in the Pacific, on the West Coast. This is just in Texas. That's it. Y'all see all of these boats out here. Everywhere you see a light, those are boats. And it's miles and miles. They say they've been out there for weeks, not able to get to the port. I'm like, how is this even possible? And then they tell us on mainstream that because of what's going on over there in Ukraine and Russia, that we're going to be affected by that, by these sanctions that you imposed on them. We didn't tell you to impose anything on them. We didn't tell you to stick your nose in their business. We didn't tell y'all any of that. Hold on one second. I got to get my charger, y'all. Honey, can you bring the computer charger, please? So now we're going to go on over here. I got to show y'all something else because I sent this to myself. I shared this last year. No, beginning of 2022. I'm going to see if they're going to let me share it on here right now without harassing me and stopping y'all. While I'm waiting on that, let me check on y'all over here. Exactly. And then they're going to try to sell us that madness. Let me jump back over here. Can you plug it up for me, please, honey buns? Right there. Can you plug it in that wall? Because it's about to die. Appreciate you, and I'm almost done. I need to share just these two things right here. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to share that too. Yeah. Hold on. Let me just go ahead and share this one first. I got so much stuff to share with y'all.
This cannot be faked, right?
Good evening and welcome to Tucker Carlson's Unhappy Friday. In retrospect, Joe Biden's first-term policy agenda seems very optimistic, almost comically optimistic. Shortly before his inauguration, Biden announced something he called the Build Back Better agenda, which we mocked it at the time. But looking back, it was in some ways a hopeful document. America must have been a very rich country back then. And by back then, we mean last year. There weren't a lot of essentials in Biden's agenda. The first three things that any normal nation needs and thinks about obsessively are food, water, and energy. That's the standard. In China, for example, every government policy, foreign and domestic, is designed above all to secure adequate reserves of food, water, and energy. And that makes sense. The Build Back Better agenda was the opposite of that. It did not suggest any concern at all about whether Americans might have enough to eat or could afford enough heating fuel to keep from freezing to death over the winter. Biden's agenda was focused on the kind of added extras you get to when you fixed everything else and then still have trillions left over. Build Back Better promised us something called environmental equity, whatever that is. It demanded amnesty for millions of illegal aliens because at the time, the American economy seemed robust enough to share with the entire world. Universal health care for Honduras. Biden called for free solar panels for everybody and taxpayer-funded pre-K for all American parents, and so on and on. Build Back Better was the neoliberal version of flying cars. It was a dreamy Christmas list of luxuries that for a moment in time seemed almost within reach. A lot has changed. Nobody's talking about flying cars anymore. Here's Joe Biden from yesterday.
With regard to food shortages, yes, we did. So talk about food shortages. And it's going to be real. The price of these sanctions is not just imposed upon Russia. It's imposed upon an awful lot of countries as well, including European countries and our country as well. And because both Russia and Ukraine have been the breadbasket of Europe in terms of wheat, for example. Just give one example.
Food shortages, Biden said, quote, they're going to be real. Once again, in case you missed it, to repeat, food shortages, not in Sudan, in Cincinnati, in Reno, in Spokane, and Norfolk, and of course in our big cities too, where not a single person who was born here has any idea what a food shortage is. Our problem has always been having too much food. Now we won't have enough. We know that because the president of the United States just told us that on camera. So what is this going to mean? How do food shortages affect a country? Well, if you're interested, go online and read about it. All of recorded history will answer your question. A food shortage is not like deciding to skip dessert. It's not a diet. It's not voluntary. A food shortage is different. It's scary. Food shortages topple governments. They turn moderates into revolutionaries. A food shortage is a big deal. You don't want one. But now we're getting one, just a little over a year into Joe Biden's presidency. Think forward. If the traditional calendar holds, we've got 1,032 days left of the Joe Biden administration. And you wonder what things will look like by then. We're already speeding toward dystopia. Not that the White House seems aware of it or to care in any way. Here's Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen from this morning, for example, letting you know it's time to stop whining about gas prices because actually they're not very high.
How high do you think oil prices can get at the pump?
Listen, there's a lot of uncertainty about it. They're not as high in real terms as they were earlier in the century, and it's conceivable that they could move higher.
Higher. It's conceivable that they can move higher. Isn't that something? Let's keep moving the train right on along. I want to show y'all something real quick. Something I recorded. Y'all be aware of this. I'm going to just put this out here real quick. Y'all be aware of this scam right here. Period. Hold on. Let me stop it. These people is a trip too. You out here scamming people.
Yeah, be careful, y'all. Look.
It's at a grocery store.
You see that shit? You see where we at? We on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the shits. Look.
And he ain't said nothing.
Coming here stealing people's information and shit. Yeah, be careful, y'all. Look. Look.
This is my home city.
You see where we at? We on Golden State, yo. Golden State and Shaw. They out here with the shits. Look.
Busted. Y'all be careful with that.
Information and shit. Yeah, be careful.
I wanted to show y'all that.
Look.
Which is going to take me to my next thing. Let me share this with y'all real quick though. I shared this last year. Oh, in 2020. This is when I shared it. I want y'all to look at this.
A movie that was, this was shared with me, so
I'm trying to see if I'm going to have to, if I said something in this movie, I'm going to have to stop it real quick.
I went to go look it up myself, and voila, what do we have here? A movie that was made in 2018 called My Secret Terriers, or shall I say a docu-series or something like that. But it's a Netflix show that has been pulled from America, but is still being aired abroad in Germany, those type of places. So I'm going to pull out a little bit, and I want you to read the subtitles for those who do not speak Korean. Okay.
And the subtitles are right here.
변종된 코로나 바이러스입니다. 코로나면 혹시 메르스? 메르스, 사스, 감기 모두 동일한 바이러스의 유전 정보를
see.
코로나는 호흡기 질환을 일으키는 대표적인 바이러스. 2015년 메르스 사태 때 사망률이 20%가 넘었죠.
Y'all not gonna be able to see it over here. And I can't read it because they're gonna block me.
이건 변종된 바이러스예요. 누군가 인위적으로 사망률을 90%에
So I'm gonna stop that one because y'all not gonna be able to see it. But what I am gonna say is go look up that movie right there. My Secret Terriers. It's a Netflix drama predicted, you know who, outbreak in 2018. And they talking about how the same thing that we saw happened in 2018. So I'm gonna say, go look at this up yourself. I did the same thing. I did the research. And it took me to this, and you were able to see the movie with the subtitles. That's what I'm gonna say. Go look up that so they don't do nothing to my stuff. Okay. My Secret Terriers. Netflix drama predicted blank blank back in 2018. Watch. And you'll see it pull up from Express Code in the UK. So they were still playing it over there. I'm gonna watch what I do and say on this here app, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Nevertheless, I wanted to show y'all that it was raining dirt. That's what the rain looked like last week. That's my daughter's vehicle. I had just washed my vehicle, so that's what made me pay attention to it. I'm like, how in the world did it rain? Because rain is supposed to wash off dirt. But then I thought about, oh, well, maybe the wind blew the dirt after the rain set on it. But it was on everybody's car. This is my car. It was everywhere, so thick that I could not even see out of my windows. So when she came over to my house a couple of days later, her window and her car looking like this, and then my husband's car looking like this, and then everybody else's car on the freeway looking like this, I knew that it rained dirt or rained, whatever this was. And during this time, a lot of people got sick. Running nose, sore throat, cough, feeling lethargic, lots of people. Let me see what else I'm going to share real quick. I think I just got 2 more things to share. I wanted to share this. Check out what this thing say right here. Now, this is real as I don't know what. You go research it yourself and look it up. This is what they're doing in China, okay? It's called the social credit scoring system. And meanwhile, while we were over here caught up, and I told y'all with that whole Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, Chris Rock, Mr. Biden was signing an agreement that backs up digital currency. Now look at what this person went to go slide their card. Please delete all tweets that violate your bank's hate speech policies to process your payment. You cannot even go and buy what you wanted to buy until you delete all tweets that violate your bank's hate speech, which means, let me turn this camera around real quick and let me stop this share for just a moment. That's not a Photoshop photo. That's not some fake photo. That's real. Please delete all tweets. It's been stuck. We can't see it again. Oh my goodness. Now y'all know they doing it. Y'all know they got to be doing it. I'm going to try it again just because I can. Y'all bear with me over here on Instagram while I get everybody else caught up to speed over here, because we going to show you. What's the last thing y'all saw? Let me know. What was the last thing that you were able to see? Can y'all see that? Please delete all tweets that violate your bank's hate speech policies to process your payment. In order to process your payment, go delete all your tweets that violate your bank's policies to process payments. Shaking my head. Shaking my head. Let me see if this is going to work now. Let's stop that. Give me 1 second to catch them up over here. Card decline. You got that right. Card decline, because you went against their narrative. They would go that far to silence people. Want to show y'all this. Guess who's being hospitalized at a higher rate than anybody in the whole entire world? That's what they say. Let me make sure they can see it over here. You see it, hospitalized at 4 times the rate of white ones. And why the stiff Omicron could be even more devastating. Ain't that something? This man, he died, turned away from his flight. They turned him away from his flight. He missed his blood transfusion. and died. Shaking my head, and you see what his face looked like. That's why his eyes look yellow like this. He needed a blood transfusion. And that's what he looked like. And this what was wrong with his passport. They denied him because it was fading over here. But the man died. The man got yellow eyes. I mean, that was enough to see that this was a crisis. And denied this man his blood transfusion, and he died because he looked like this. Okay. So you can clearly see who's being targeted and who's being the victim. Let's see. I can go back over here. Were you guys able to see? This is the movie that I need you guys to go look up. My Secret. Let me see if I can blow it up. That's the movie. And in this movie, they're talking about this right here in 2018 becoming a demic, if you put it together. Back in 2018, before it even caught up on the scenes 2020, this movie, go look this movie up. All you got to do is type in My Secretarius. They pulled it from American mainstream media, any news outlets or etc. But it's going to pop up because they were showing it in the UK. And when you get to this right here, it's going to tell you, do you want to watch the movie? And you'll be able to watch the movie and read the subtitles. You're not going to be able to understand it if you don't speak that language. But if you read the subtitles, they're in English. And what else did I share? I think that was all that I shared. Here we go again. We got another article. Now they are saying it's a number 4. And after they did this to these people, now they tell these people it offers little to none. It offers little to none protection after that many. After this many. So you tell me how they getting ready to predict 1.2 million people is going to be diagnosed with something, and 609,000 is going to actually pass away. Hope y'all following me. Where we going right along with these trails they putting in the air. Inflation rose 7.9 in February as food energy's costs push prices to highest in more than 40 years. In 40 years. And you got those people out there sitting on the water. I just showed y'all. That's only in Texas. That's not in California and all the other ports. Only in Texas, right? And I have to keep going back and forth to make sure that they can see what I'm putting up on. That's not what I'm trying to show y'all. And those are all the boats. Hopefully y'all can see it over here. Those are all the boats. I'm going to show y'all again. Everywhere you see a light. Lights. All these lights. And I'm going to blow it up so you can see it more clearly. All those lights along, those are boats. Shipments. Containers. That's what those are. Out there just on the water. And it goes on for miles and miles and miles and miles. As I showed y'all in the other video. Want to share just a couple of more things with y'all. make sure that was it. I showed y'all him saying that they was coming. I shared this post, I believe, in 2018. Sometimes I share them to myself because the Lord told me to say it. It's time to get back to the basics. You know, where families work their own businesses. This was in 2018 before anything ever even came. It's time to get back to the basics. You know, where families worked their own businesses. What's your plan B? What do you have in place to make sure your family will still be able to function? Are you still not convinced? I'm practically sewing into folks' investment to start their own businesses. This is when I went crazy and just helped everybody because of what was going on. And they was telling us that your jobs was at risk by these people. They was telling us that 7.5 million retail jobs are at risk of automation in the next decade. And why people don't want to get on the board or get on the bandwagon and get a piece of this prosperity so you can go turn it into hard assets or whatever the case may be is beyond me. All these stores had went bankrupt. These sleeves, these human sleeves that were going to soon be replacing people. They got 50 robots roaming their store. All of these, I had put all these articles together. And as you can see, two or three people actually just took the time to say, oh, okay, well, she's probably not crazy, but let me just give her a heart or a like or whatever. Way back in 2018, before we are here in 2022. I said it and been saying it. Ain't nothing changed up about me. Nothing changed up about my message. Now check this out. I got one more after this one, and then I'm gonna let you beautiful people go. Let me turn it up and make sure y'all can still see it over here. Nope, look at that. Hold on 1 second. That's what I'm saying, Raheem. We need you. We need that. We need that. Like yesterday, we need that. So I pray your strength to be able to get that for us, because we need our own platforms. Let me share this.
Time when things are shifting, there's going to be a new world order out there.
Let's clap for that, you stupid bastard.
This would be the time because we really need world order, financial world order.
This alternative vision argues that ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when individuals surrender their rights to an all-powerful sovereign.
We are here to develop the great narrative, the story for the future. But in order to shape the future, you have first to imagine the future. You have to design the future. And then you have to execute.
I'm going to tell it to you straight. I'm going to tell you the truth. Our darkest days are ahead of us, not behind us. And now's the time when things are shifting. There's going to be a new world order out there.
Let's clap for that, you stupid bastard.
This would be the time because you really need world order, financial world order.
This alternative vision argues that ordinary men and women are too small-minded to govern their own affairs. That order and progress can only come when...
And ordinary men and women are too stupid. Too stupid to govern their own affairs. Isn't that something? Share this one last thing, and then I'm going to stop the screen share.
2020 and 2021 financial and supply chain crisis is now warning that you need to go out and get your food, get everything that you want in your pantry, because prices are about to go up 20%. He stresses that a tsunami of inflation is coming and the price increases will begin to get much worse. We could, according to estimates, see an additional 25% increase on prices by July of this year, up from where they're at right now. According to this CEO, this is his quote, "I've seen price increases coming through for the month of March. I've seen them coming through April and May. Between price increases and shrinkflation, where it used to be 32 ounces and now it's going to be 28 ounces, it's anywhere from 12 to a 20% increase in food prices." John Catsimatidis, who was right about the 2020 and 2021 financial and supply chain crisis, is now warning that you need to go out and get your food, get everything that you want in your pantry, because prices are about to go up 20%. He stresses that a tsunami of inflation is coming and the price increases will begin to get much worse. We could.
See, they still can't see. Wow, isn't that something? They don't want y'all to see that. Let me see. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but that's why I'm checking back and forth, you guys, to make sure that they can see.
John Catsimatidis, who was right about the 2020 and 2021 financial and supply chain crisis, is now warning that you need to go out and get your food, get everything that you want in your pantry, because prices are about to go up 20%. He stresses that a tsunami of inflation is coming and the price increases will begin to get much worse. We could, according to estimates, see an additional 25% increase on prices by July of this year, up from where they're at right now. According to this CEO, this is his quote, "I've seen price increases coming through for the month of March. I've seen them coming through April and May. Between price increases and shrinkflation, where it used to be 32 ounces and now it's going to be..."
Oops. You can actually speak with your mind without getting shut down. Well, I don't know who's gonna understand my mind. That's just facts, you know. I'm not a mind reader, and I don't roll like that. So I don't know who's gonna be able to understand me in that manner. Nevertheless, the message is loud and clear, brothers and sisters. They say by July, food prices will be, now they already up 14 or 17%, whatever we just read, and they're going to go up 20 more %. Do you know what that means? There is going to be a lot of folks starving. There's going to be some type of, what do you call that? Civil war that will pop off behind that. People unable to feed their kids, unable to feed themselves. Desperate times call for desperate measures. I've been out here telling folks, look, the least that you can do right now, while it's still April, you ain't got a whole bunch of money or something like that, go build you some business credit, bro. Sis, and go get you some business credit from Sam's Clubs and some of these places where you can go get you some food. Costco's, you can't do it in your personal credit. Go get you some business credit. At least get that. It literally only takes 30 days. My husband built 2 trade lines and was able to get approved for $100,000. What are you going to do, family? Because who this is not going to affect is the wealthy. It ain't affected them this whole entire 2 years. It's not going to affect them now. They don't care about dropping 1,000 on a loaf of bread. They have it to do so in their means. So at the end of the day, who is this going to affect the worst? Why did they not spray out there in that country club where all these PGA and golf tournament celebrities and pros were gathered, but yet and still they are spraying heavily in unredacted areas where minority people live at, and people are getting sick? Why are they proclaiming that higher rate of death from this disease is going to be and has been for minority people? And then why now, after the 4th, there's no to little protection? None. And then you say it is determined that there will be 1.2 million diagnosed with cancer and 609,000 that will be dead alone in this year? How? When I was growing up, cancer was like a foreign word. You never really heard about anybody dying of cancer. If it happened, it was so, grievous that everybody from everywhere came. If one person, now it's like the new norm. You can't eat food that's safe. It's going to be a food shortage. You go out in the airs, you can breathe in anything. Y'all know they have dust chips that can land on your skin. I mean, they will stop at nothing. They don't plan on stopping at nothing. So my job as a watchman, as a keeper of my community, is to sound the alarm. Let y'all know what's going on, so that you can take preventative measures before it comes full scale, full-fledged preventative measures. I want to pose to you, what are you got in place right now? And what will you have in place? If you think food prices are something now, wait till they jump up 20 more %. And you go from getting 32 ounces to 16 ounces, which means you get less food for more money. How is that going to work? And there's millions of people whose jobs are barely keeping them afloat. They one paycheck away from homelessness. That's too much and too costly for you and for those dependent on you. Why would you take an opportunity or the opportune time to do something, especially when the Most High done sent people on this journey to help you get what you need? No pun intended, no scams involved, nothing but genuine love from the Most High God for his people. To say, hey, this is what's coming, but there is a way around that and a way out of that. There is a way of escape. There is a way to make sure that pass over you without touching you or your household. That's what I'm having a hard time understanding. We so woke and we know this stuff, but yeah, we ain't did nothing. We still debating, should I really make this investment? Should I really take this opportunity? What else is you going to do? What else are you going to do? What else are you going to do? If you don't do something now, then when? And what else is you going to do? Because that money ain't going to be nothing. There ain't going to be nothing. I dare you right now to go look. Did Joe Biden them over the last, when they had all that scandal with Jada Pinkett them, did he just back that digital dollar? Because they know that money, that's why they wasn't able to control Putin. When they said, we're going to apply these sanctions from you and take away our dollar, he was like, so what? Oh, well, that ain't going to stop us. And it didn't. They still in it right now. Whether you believe in the word of God or not, it said in my book that I read that a loaf of bread will be a day's wages. What does that mean? Technically, people make about 40, 50, somewhere between 40 to maybe $50 an hour, unless they making $30, $40, a day. They make anywhere between $40 to $55 an hour. Start $8 an hour, $10 an hour. That's maybe $80. You work 8 hours. So I'll say between $40 and $80 a day. And they in a war with the makers and the creators of wheat and whey, cereal, bread, pasta, everything that is made from wheat, medication, everything that is made from wheat is fit to be a disruption and a shortage of it. And we got all this wealth on the inside of us, yet and still we still looking on the outside for a job and all of this stupid foolishness. And they telling us right now, in July, food is going to be 20% more higher than the 14 to 17% it and went up in the last 40 years. Wow. And one thing that I know, and two things is for certain. Let me hear from y'all in the comments. Let me hear from y'all over here. Who is this going to affect? Thank you, Cross Dunning, Tamika. Thank you. We in a shortage over here, but we just gave them trillions of dollars. And you know where the money comes from? Aren't taxpayers' dollars. That make me just want to slap some people. Literally. It comes from our taxpaying dollars, the dollars that we go out and work for them to pay taxes to them so that they can listen. That's why I'm righteously indignated. That part right there. If we wasn't giving them our labor and paying taxes, then they wouldn't have the ability to kill and maim and cripple. That's right. I want y'all to talk to me. Who is that going to affect? Who is this inflation going to affect? Because it ain't going to affect not one politic. Not one. The plague didn't affect them. The plague didn't affect them. They still kept all their money. Yes, indeed. They didn't lose a paycheck or take a pay cut. No, they actually went on break while the world was figuring out if they was going to get a $1,400 stimulus. But sit there and stay in there, let's avert a government shutdown. But when it comes to a stimulus, they don't give a crap about you. I emailed you, Mr. One. I will message you the email I sent. Please. Yes, because I don't see them. I really don't check my emails. I have assistants that do that, but if you send me over here, then I'll get directly to it. Barely gave a stimulus. Come on now. Had to vote to give us money, but quickly gave billions to Ukraine. Y'all don't see the picture? I'm glad some of y'all are woke. They said that they will not take away your student loans here in America, but gave all of those people from, where was that, Bagram Air Base, over there, Afghanistan, gave them trillions of dollars. And then check this out. They getting ready to bring all them Ukrainians, think they finna swarm them over here in Texas. Say 100,000 of them. You know the reason why they playing games? You should be playing them too. Know the reason why I told everybody, listen, get on board with the government contracts. You want to know the reason why I said that? Because you could have been right now, had your LLC, your EIN, and your Duns & Bradstreet and your business bank account. You could have had that right now, went and got you an Airbnb and housed them and let them pay you $40,000, $50,000 a room for a family of 4, for a family of 3. This is the reason why I try to put my people on. Because they buying bedrooms. don't have several of them. They need somewhere to house them. That's the government's burden. Our taxpayers' dollar, but the government's burden. And they looking for people in real estate or whatever the case may be. You ain't even got to be in real estate. Don't have no apartment complex. Don't have no homes, no residential homes or group homes. That is trillions of dollars. They are paying people to house refugees, and all you needed and have is a corporate lease. You can go do that in your business name. See, this is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason why I have been stressing. Yeah, they gave the reparations to the refugees. Exactly. Our veterans on the streets that fought for this country. But you gonna go play Captain Save-A-Ho to some people who ain't even got nothing to do with you. And they actors over there. This was all staged at the NATO, y'all. Come on now. They just met in NATO. And now, they all NATO now want to come together and they want to do something, against Putin, who ain't going along with their politics. Putin is something else. And I ain't pumping him up or hyping him up because I don't know him. But what I will say is this. He's well aware of their taxes, and that's why they're trying to shut him down so bad. He's well aware of their taxes. Well aware. I am proud to say, though, there was people that jumped on that bandwagon. If we could have had a whole bunch, look, just think about it, a whole group of 300 going after government contracts. Do you know what that would do to the government? We get our tax dollars back, and we get Harriet Tubman's and Martin Luther King and all those other ancestors. We get some of their reparations. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. While y'all cats is playing games, I'm playing y'all game too. It's like a game of chess. You over there making them moves, I'm over here making this move. While you over here thinking and planning the demise, I'm over here thinking and planning the build-up of the community that you plan to demise. No. That's why I said start businesses, because it's their job to bankrupt. Either you're going to be on their B system because you're going to be so poor, and in their B system because you're going to be so poor that you have no other choice, that food stamps and Medi-Cal and all of that was more important to you than starting a business, and you didn't ever want to start a business because you didn't want it to affect your government assistance. Well, you're going to be the first people to be suffering. And the reason why they're trying to bankrupt all the jobs and put us into this new credit scoring database and into this universal income, that's why we can't let them. That's why we can't let them. What is a corporate lease? It is a lease in your business name. Same game they play. You know how they was able to do gain of function research on a government contract? I dare you to go look it up. You know how they was able to spy on Donald Trump on a government contract? I dare you to go look it up. Now, if they giving them government contracts to experiment on gender and everything else, what the hell is wrong with my people? Why y'all can't go get none of it? So true, sis. I own it. That's what I'm talking about. All of them. I'm right there. Okay. And all of mine is funding and funded. All of them. I ain't playing with them. I got a business for that and one for that. I do motivational speaking, real estate investment over here. Yes, I sure do. I do coaching over here. Yes, I sure do. I do admin work. I do trucking, a business that will never go out of business as long as the earth is alive. They're going to always need people transported. They're going to always need produce transported. And they always going to need goods transported. Yes. That's why I try to put my people on things that generate wealth. Something that's going to be evergreen. The government's going to always need to buy services and products from small businesses. That's facts. Because they don't know where to get the supplies or got enough supplies in demand. So they utilize small businesses for that. That's going to be something that ain't never going nowhere. Real estate investing, real estate and that ain't going to never go nowhere, because stuff going to always need to be built and people going to always need to have somewhere to stay. And when inflation, you be in the right position to be in a position to own you some doors. Yes, you would. And transportation, I don't care. That may save your life starting a transportation company. They may say, well, look, everybody who's not moving and everybody who's not first responders, you know how they did it. Everybody who's not first responders and all of that, you cannot come out of your house. That may be the only way that we are able to transport food to the community in other cities and states. Do y'all understand what I am saying? That's what the Most High God is doing, giving us strategies and ways out. I hope that to goodness that we are taking them. Before they start doing all of this crazy stuff, why you ain't took advantage to go get some of that Google and YouTube money? Why? They paying people trillions of dollars to show that they got $9,000 in food stamps, and that's how much they spend a month. I know a woman who got straight up a trillionaire off of YouTube because they gave her $800 or $900 in food stamps a month, so she would just go in the store and shop with her $800 or $900 of food stamps, show all of this food that she was able to get, became a trillion, bought her kids and herself a house, came out of poverty on YouTube. I don't receive that. I ain't no commodity and I ain't no cattle for none of these devils, and that's facts. Now, everybody else who want to be fitted in that number, they can be fitted in that number. But you know what? I am a kingdom ambassador. I'm an ambassador. My country, in my kingdom, there ain't no lack. In my kingdom, there ain't no scarcity. In my kingdom, there ain't no inflation. In my kingdom, there ain't no famines in my kingdom. And that's what I'm here to announce for my kingdom, that we're doing really good in my kingdom. Actually, in a pandemic, we prospered, and we still prospering in a pandemic. Oh, yes, indeed. In my kingdom, there is no insufficiency. In my kingdom, there is abundance. In my kingdom, there is no sickness. In my kingdom, we ain't wearing masks neither. In my kingdom, we ain't doing none of the shenanigans. In my kingdom, we are not affected by what's going on in the world. But those that are a part of the world shall surely reap the punishment of the world. Come out from amongst them, lest you be partakers of their sins and receive of their plagues. Now, that kingdom and that system is surely going to suffer. So as a watchman, I am here today to announce to you that there is another way. Same thing that happened in Exodus. While it was raining and fire and brimstone on the Egyptians, the Israelites were good and plenty in the land of Goshen. They rapidly grew. And when the Egyptians tried to come back, they had become so loathsome because they have outgrew them. See, the Most High told me to get to Goshen and bring everything that I got to him, and he would multiply it rapidly, and he did. That's Exodus 9, that's Exodus 10, that's also Exodus 12, that's also in Deuteronomy, absolutely. Goshen, look it up, Genesis 49, Goshen, Genesis 46, Goshen. He always told his people, I got a ram and a way out. Elijah, get to the brook of Zarephath. The widow gonna feed you. Abraham, get from the land of Ur to go over here. Go on here. That's where I need you to be. Joseph, get out of Egypt and take them to Goshen. That's where I need you to be. For there is yet coming 7 years of famine. He's the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. Literally. And he got a plan and a way now, today. And he's telling us what to do. My prayers is that you would not only see and quit sitting around looking at this information, because that ain't doing nothing. To know it is one thing, but to move and apply it is a totally different thing. And if people don't wake up, they shall surely perish. Trust me, I'm a dreamer. I dream a lot. Things before they happen, I see them. And I announced them before they even happened, just like you just saw me announce that in 2018. If you don't get your own business, that was even before that junk came on the scene in 2018. The Most High said, announce to the people that if you want to preserve yourself, now is the time to get your own stuff. They thought I was crazy. You see them 1 or 2 people, they used to laugh at me, call me a heretic. Now they like, what am I going to do? I took heed to the warnings then and still taking heed to the warnings now. God is no respecter of person. He loves us all. If you love to die, then he'll love for you to die. And if you go to hell and make your bed there, then that's where you will go. But if you want to live, then he will love for you to live. And he has given us a way of escape out of every obstacle, snare, tribulation, every plot or scheme or whatever of the evil one and his evil servants, period. I'm just taking my way of escape, and I'm announcing that there is a way of escape, and our Father, which art in heaven, has a way of escape, because none of this takes him by surprise. And he tells us, don't become partakers with the world. Get out of the world. Get into the kingdom so I can take care of you. I'm only taking care of kingdom. Do what the kingdom has been instructed to do. Said, I let the wicked store up the wealth for you. Why are we not going in and getting it? They waited till after the Olympics. They sure did. Why are we not going in there and getting the wealth? It's stored up for the righteous. That means it's not coming to your doorstep or your mailbox or your bank account. It means that it is in a storehouse that you must go, and you must turn the key and go into the storehouse and remove the things from the storage place. Stored up for you. Why y'all still trying to clock $9 to $5? That don't make no sense. That's backwardism. You know what you're trying to go clock is not going to be enough. It's barely enough to pay your rent. It's barely enough to pay your light bill. It's barely enough to get gas. That's why you can't do all the great things that you have been called and predestined to do, and all the great inventions and ideas that you're supposed to start that it takes money to start. That's why you can't do them, because you ain't got enough. That was the goal, to make sure you keep you working for them, building their empire so they have enough, so they don't suffer from it. And then you and your family to hell with y'all. That's their mentality. That's their mentality. With that being said, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and jump off here. My time is up. I just wanted to come by and sound the alarm real quick. Let y'all know what's really going on. And not only sound the alarm to let y'all know what's really going on, but a call to action. What y'all gonna do? I show up and I say this because I love y'all. What y'all gonna do? Because the Father loves y'all. And that don't, whether you believe in the Father or not, trust me, he loved you. Because you wouldn't be seeing me if he did not. You wouldn't be hearing me. You wouldn't be following me if he did not. He sent me to tell of his love and of his way of escape out of every snare, out of every tribulation, out of every trial. There is a way of escape. Whether we take it or not is up to us, right? As tired as I am, I could not share. I just say it right now, is the greatest time with all of this stuff. They are asking contractors to send bottled water. You got business credit, which means you are a business account with Sam's Club, right? Sam's Club is giving you $10,000 in business credit. You can go buy 100 pallets of water, and they will give you millions of dollars, if not trillions of dollars, and I showed y'all. Millions, if not trillions of dollars to provide what they need in an emergency. See if I can share my screen over here and show y'all one last time. I'm saying this right now because this is what you should be doing. Well, I ain't got time to be spending money. I need to go buy food. Go buy that food that they waste out. Then what? Let's think smarter. Let me get something that's actually going to keep me some residual coming in at least. At least. This is crazy. Let me see who this is for over here. Let me show y'all over here too. Let me see what this one was for. This is for people learning, you know, doing planning or farming or anything like that. Construction, utilities, manufacturing, anything, wholesale. This is for that. Let me just look up here. Agriculture, anything with agriculture. See how much bread they're giving out to those in agriculture. See that? Check this out right here. I need y'all to see this clearly. So I'm going to blow it up. These people right here, and most of the time what they do is you can see they'll go get 1, 2, they on here on the list 3 times. Look. 1, 2, 3. They had a contract from 1/1/2021 to 12/31/2021, which was 11 months. They got this much money for 11 months. That's just one contract. From 11/2020 to 12/31/2020, they got that much money. They said them long-term generational wealth. So, okay, from 1/1/2020 to 12/31/2020, I got that. And then from 1/1/2021 to the end of 2021, I got that. And then down here from 1/1/2020 to 12/31/2020, they land 2. They landed 2. 1/1/2020, this is 2. To the end of the same year. And look what they got. Both of these. Shaking my head. Let's go look in just property rental, real estate. That's why I say y'all need to sit down and work with your girl. I can put some stuff together to get y'all paid and not played. Paid. Make sure y'all can see that over here. Let me go over here real quick. Where's the NAICS code? Where is that? Let me look at this NAICS code. And this don't mean no real estate person. I'm gonna just let me type in Airbnb. See what pulls up under here. And just grab me one of these NAICS codes. Okay, so see right here, if you a promoter, if you like promoting sports events, celebrities, any type of youth events, I can go put in that code 711310. Let me just go put in that code real quick. See how much money they paying for this. I just want to see what they paying for this. Just for you to go start your own boys and girls club or start you a promoting for celebrities and stuff. Some of y'all want to work with celebrities or whatever the case may be. Let's see what they paying these type of people. Okay. So they got a contract January 24th, 2020 to 6/30/2022. Let me blow this up. For 2 years of work, which means they're going to get almost a half of half of $1,000. No, I mean not a half of $1,000. Hold on, half of 100,000. Let's do the math on this. That's 24 months, right? So let me do the math on this real quick. Let me tell you how much money they would be getting a month. That's what I'm looking for. So 269, 130 divided by 24. They would be getting $1,469,547 a month for the next 2 years. This is ridiculously dumb stupid. For the next 2 years, you divide this up by 24 months, 2 years, they would be getting $1,469,547 guaranteed money for 2 years. Just for working with sports and Boys and Girls Club. But I wanted to just see Airbnb. So we're going to jump over there real quick. Non-residential property management. Let's see. Rental property management. Let's see which one we're going to go with. Lesser residential buildings and dwelling. 531110. That's the number I'm looking for. 531110. We'll see what type of money they're giving out. 531110. See how much money they is giving out for this. Just this. Oh, let me scroll back down. Scrolled up too far. Man, what you say? Do you see this long-term wealth? From 12/6/2007 to 9/30/2055. How do we even know we're going to live that long? This just for property management rental. Airbnb. That's it. Long term. And because they like to go and get several. Let's find the shortest one. Let's find the shortest one. Two years. Here's the shortest one right here. From 2014 to 2016 for 2 years. Let's divide what they got a month. Let's divide what they got a month. These cats got $4,333,545.29 a month for 2 years. For 2 years. Last one I'm gonna show you, because these are the areas that I'm showing you how to go get in. I'm talking about if you're an author, if you a speaker, if you do arts and crafts, it don't matter. They buy your services, beloved. It doesn't matter if you make medicine, if you make your own teas, remedies. Let's go see what they paying for people who making their own stuff. Sea moss, all of that. Look, let's go see what they paying for those. Drugs and druggists, sundries, merchants, wholesalers. 424-210. 424-210. Oops. 424-210. Let's go see what kind of money they playing with. How much money they give. 424-210. It's people that make their own products. See what they paying. Let me make sure y'all can see it on StreamYard. Okay. Y'all can see it. So let me go back. Where was I at? All right. So this is what they paying for people who make their own stuff. Now check this out. From 7/2/2020 to 10/8/2020, which is the equivalent of 3 months and about 6 days. That's how much them cats made for 2 months worth of work. This. Man, they buy dog food, they buy dog snacks, they buy lights, they buy socks, they got prisoners, they got people in mental hospitals, they got people in the army. You know what I'm saying? They need everything that we buy, they need it. I'm gonna go look up this last one, which is transportation, because I'm only showing you what I'm really pushing. But I typed in some others. If you motivational speakers, all of that, just freight transportation. I can put in transportation, I can put in freight transportation. Either one. I want to pull a code. Let me see. I'm going to do freight. And you ain't never got to run this car. My husband don't never run. My husband don't never run his truck. Never. He got somebody to run it for him. Okay, so we just going to do, they got coastal, deep sea. You want to go buy you a boat. You want to go buy you an airplane just to get their stuff transported. You can do that. You can go and outsource it to somebody who already have an airplane just so you can get this contract, okay? But we're just going to go with general freight trucking. We're going to do general freight trucking long distance, 484112. 484112. I want to see what kind of money they paying. That must not be the right code. What was that? 484122. No, 484121. All right. So we just going to do general freight trucking. Take this one away. We're just going to do general freight trucking long distance. Do y'all understand why I'm telling y'all to get into transportation? We're talking about billions. We out of millions. You see how long this is from 1993 to 2017? You will never, ever go broke. 2021 to 2021, that's 20 years long-term income. 20 years long-term. 1999 to 2005, almost 20 years, like 14, 15 years. I think this is the shortest that I see. Look at the type of money they getting, y'all. What is wrong with us? Well, I just ain't got it right now. Why? I would go sell cans to get it, to get that type of wealth set up for long term. Y'all know it gets me stirred up every time. Stirred up. Because it's just, it don't make no sense. There's so much out here to eat off the table that I got room to share with y'all. I mean, it don't matter what it is that you do. Now, see how Samuel said, I want to start along with herbs and remedies? Y'all just seen how much money they pay for that. There is enough money for us to take a whole battalion up in this bad boy. Straight up. Yes. And we can go back and do what we need to do. Period. Period. So I'm going to go, okay? My husband's offering that transportation workshop, which will be this weekend. He put it out there, ran an ad, first 100 people. He's going to do it for 100 people. This is something he ain't ever done before. I'm used to doing bigger people than him. But this is something that he's going to do for this reason right here. Man, let's get these people on board. Where'd my sock go? Just like Black Panthers. I like that. I like that. We in the vein, okay? We in the vein. So my husband's offering that workshop where he's going to teach you how to start your own transportation company, right? Dispatching, which is another stream of income. Because see, all I looked up on there was freight, right? My husband finna teach this. Let me show y'all over here. We're just going to do communication because freight transportation is one stream. Dispatching, communication is another stream. Freight brokerage, that's another stream. Oh, baby, you talking about multiple contracts? Multiple. Yeah, I got my own dispatching company. So that's a separate business. I got my own brokering. That's a separate business. I also teach the transportation because I learned it, now I can teach it. So I'm a coach. That's another stream of income. Then I got freight. I got long distance, box trucks, sprinter vans, charter buses, F-250, semis. That is all streams of income. I just get pumped up. Super duper excited. Let me turn this off because I will never ever leave. I will never ever leave. So my husband's offering that. Okay. My husband's offering that at $4.99. Don't wait till it's too late and he don't do it no more. A lot of people is like, I want to get into the government workshop after the fact. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing the government contracting workshops anymore. They waited too late. But what I do have is the replay available for $4.97. That'll save you a whole lot of money. I ran the ad and the special on the government contract. I show up, sit with you for $1K. But you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. Why? Because we're too busy bidding on contracts. We have over 30 or 40 federal contractors that just came in. They already federal contractors. See, that's why I come in to get you in position to become the federal contractor, give you exactly the profile that they're looking for. And then we all bid together. And if we want to go on $1 trillion bids or $1 trillion contracts, and you an accountant, and I'm a coach, and that person over there is a demolition crew, and that person over there do sewer. Listen, we can get it all. Do you understand me? That's what we're talking about. So I'm not doing that government workshop live anymore. But you can get the replay for $4.97. Once you get done with the replay, then I will send you the group where it's a plethora of information in there, and we meet live once a week to go over bid and bid opportunities. Right? That's the sweetest deal you're going to ever get to get in that group, $4.97. You listen to it at your own in 7 hours worth of absolute life-changing content. And then once you get through that, you're able to come on over in a group where the other 100 plus tribe is at, waiting on you to come in there and offer your expertise or whatever the case may be. So that's $4.97. The transportation is $4.99. Where are you going to find these prices at? I dare you to go look up anybody, anything, and find what you're going to be taught. How to structure your business, how to build business credit, how to get all of that, how to go and get your stuff that you need so you can be preserved, okay? I get pumped up every time. every single time. Those are the two options that we have available for you. I hope I ain't missing nothing. If y'all in Dallas, Texas, y'all come hit us up on Friday. Come out and support us. Something monumental is happening. Talking about somebody who came from nowhere, being able to open up a building, an economic empowerment center, where we're going to teach this to young people. If the grown people don't want to go after it, we're going to get the young people. We're going to get a troop. Either way it go. Y'all don't want to get on board. We got these young people out here that, instead of them robbing, killing, and stealing and being in gangs and on host roles and all of that, we finna teach them how to go get the wealth. We finna go ahead and help them get in position to go get the wealth. So what we're doing with that, and I'm going to announce that on tonight, if you would like to be a part of that, if you would like to give a seed into that at the least, if you would like to give a seed into that at the least, then we are asking or accepting contributions. We do not put that on government contracting. We do not put that with anything government related, because the Most High gave it to us and it's his, and we don't need the government to do it. We rely on other brethren and sisters and kingdom support and ambassadors that know that what I have does not belong to me, in order to give it to somebody who don't have it. So we are asking for those. We still need about maybe 12 or 13 laptops. We done already brought 20 of them. We didn't put everything into the building, but this is an opportunity if you want to be able to play your part in the life of a youth or a young person, a young adult on their journey to economic freedom and empowerment for their family and their generation. Then I'm going to put the information in the comments. If you feel led to do so, then may the Most High bless your seed 100-fold and give it back to you in abundance speedily, because you are blessing what he has told us to bless. Those that cannot help themselves, then that's when we have the resources to bless. So he says, I will repay you, but I'm going to put the information. If you guys want to participate in that, then the Most High will repay you. And to be honest with you, that is how me and my family ate for a long time. All I had was food stamps, but I shared those. And by me sharing them, that was insurance that we wasn't going to never not eat. Because what we reap is what we sow, right? What we sow is what we reap. And what we reap is what we have sown. So that is a way that I learned very, very early on that this is a principle that works. Let me put this in here. I'm not fooling with PayPal right about now, y'all, because they on some other stuff. They want to lock up your money, talking about you need a reserve and you need all of this, you need all of that. I'm not with that. So I'm not going to use PayPal. Almost about done with Cash App. They won't let me pay any more money out to people, talking about I reached my monthly limit of $17,000. So they won't let me pay 5725. They won't let me use it. So I'm going to just use Zelle, Venmo, and Cash App. If anybody is interested in giving, some people have asked and reached out, how can I get involved? If you're not able to come, to the ribbon cutting ceremony, you will be able to watch it. And I mean, it's for free for you to watch it. I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, if you want to be able to bless one of these young people who do not have what we have, that's where all contributions are going. Make sure they got food, make sure they mama, and can pay their rent, the utility bills. We want to lessen the burden from the single mothers and single fathers, single family homes that are just barely trying to make it. And I just know that whatever we do gonna be done unto us. Venmo, let's see what that information is. Dr. T. All right, so I'm gonna put that on there, highlight it. I'm getting ready to go. That's what I have to offer to you guys right now. Don't wait until the sword is upon you before you actually do something. Take preventative measures, just like you would brush your teeth before they fall out. Take preventative measures, brothers and sisters. That's all I'm saying. Don't see what these people are doing And we all just talking about, yeah, that's what they plan on doing. And it's been in the works for a long time. Well, why the hell we ain't stopped it? Why we ain't did nothing? Why we ain't got our own farmlands? Why haven't we did anything? If this been in the works for a long time and we've been seeing it for a long time, then why have we been oblivious to do something? That's right. That's how I came out, Style Icon. I'm telling you right now, people don't know that. That's a secret. It's a weapon. Everybody don't understand that. They be like, you trying to take my money? No. The Most High God don't need our money. What he looking for is our heart. Is our heart attached to money? And a lot of people's heart is attached to money. But the reason how I came out and the way how I came out of poverty is a universal law. And even wicked people, wicked men, utilize this law. Whatever you sow is what you shall reap. And I wanted to be able to have more than enough abundance. So I sowed lots and lots and lots of seeds. Lots of seeds, and I still sow to this day. You just heard me say I cannot send any more money out of Cash App. 17,500 is my monthly limit, and I done hit that several times because I'm always giving, and I don't have to let everybody know what I'm doing, but I'm always giving. Always, even the people that came to the wealth, I'm always giving. I'm always giving. So that is something, that is a principle that I use in my life that has rung true. As I stated a little bit ago, when I didn't have nothing but food stamps, I gave that. And when I gave my food stamps, it wasn't the amount, it was my heart to give. That whatever I got, you can have it, Father, like at the end of the day. And if I'm hungry and my neighbor, if I got food and my neighbor hungry, they gonna eat too, because I'm just gonna take half from half, okay? But you guys hit me up, email me. My email is going across the bottom of the screen. If you guys are interested, I know somebody don't. If you know somebody, say, I'm not interested. If you know somebody this will be a good fit for, they don't have to run the company. Just let them come and start it. That's all I'm saying. Just come and start it. If you don't ever do anything else with it but government contract, so be it. So be it. If you want to start it and then employ your relatives or your family members or people in your community or young men and women, like we're going out reaching to young men and women in the community, you can do that. My husband's and myself is going to teach you all of that. Okay. Amen. Can you briefly speak on having a one-on-one relationship with the man upstairs? Because a lot of my boy cousins want to learn his ways, but are scared because of the tricky ways of the church. Absolutely. I do have a one-on-one relationship. I'm going to say this. I love the church. I have a love-hate relationship with the church is not the church. The church is necessary because it's for the building up of us. It's where we go to get poured into. And the church means the ecclesia. It just means the called out ones. That's why it says, do not forsake us coming together. It means that when we come together, we're supposed to strengthen and pray and lift one another up. And then we go back out to the battlefield and we do whatever it is that we have been called to do, whether that's in the ministry and marketplace, whether that's in our families, whether that's in corporate America. We come back to get strengthened and renewed and on one accord with our other brothers and sisters. But they have made church out of a show. Out of entertainment. They have lied and did a whole bunch of different things and have done more harm than good in the church. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't love the church. The church have a purpose. Had it not been from the church, I wouldn't be who I was. But there's things in the church that I'm utterly disgusted with. And then I had to, that made me want to read my word and read my book. And then I had to see what it was that my king preached. My king didn't preach the church. He preached the kingdom. He said the kingdom of God is at hand. And he preached the kingdom. So I started seeing the discrepancies. Y'all over here preaching religion and doctrine and denomination. He preached the kingdom. And not only did he preach the kingdom, he did the kingdom. That was what's most important to me. He didn't only preach it. He healed all manner of sickness. Anybody that was possessed by evil spirits, they brought them to him. And he gave them a second lot of life. He blessed them, showed them great miracle signs and wonders. He did the kingdom. So that is the difference between church and kingdom. Church is sick. They under this Constantine Babylonian doctrine where they can go praise and lift up hands and rape and molest little boys and girls right on the pulpits. I know lots of people who have been turned out to homosexuality and perversion and stripping and all of that sitting right in a church, in a building. And that's why my father said, I don't dwell in buildings made by man's hands. This is the building that he dwells in. When we listen to him, abide by his word, follow his instructions, do what he say do, then that's when we are doing kingdom. So hopefully that helps. But I'm going to go because I told my husband I wasn't going to be on here, y'all. This was actually supposed to be 2 hours that I was watching a movie and relaxing and resting. I can't wait to show y'all how it went down at the wealth encounter. Literally, we gave them lots of valuable information and changed their whole entire destiny and entire life. Lots of information, gave them a whole entire wealth encounter. It was so beautiful. And with that being said, we're getting ready to have something called a family reunion for all minorities, all the community. As long as you don't come with no bull crap. June is going down. Business, have tables out there. We're going fishing. We barbecuing. If you a cook, if you a chef, we're coming together as a community. We're building unity in our community, and that's happening in June. It's called a family reunion. The Most High God gave me that. Said, I want you to bring unity amongst the brethren, community, have a good time, that we still can have a good time. And we can still do business and do kingdom and bring your kids and your family and all of that will be able to come. And we, all of that. He sends his apostles and prophets. I'm one of them. I'm sent. I didn't go. I'm sent. So you guys, I love y'all. Hopefully y'all love me back. I just came by to drop them gems on y'all. Make sure that you guys are following the pages. If you are not following the pages on Facebook, that's probably why you don't see the notifications. I don't even know how you follow on YouTube. I'm not all techie. I know how to talk, okay? I'm a speaker and I'm a coach, so I stay in my own lane. I let the techies do all of the stuff that they need to do. But make sure you subscribe. I think that's how you're supposed to say it on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Click that notification bell. I'm trying to remember what Redeem be saying. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, follow, click the notification bell. Make sure y'all do whatever is required on YouTube so y'all can get the notifications. That's all I know. Facebook, same thing. You can be my friend and not following me and you will not see what it is that I'm doing, okay? Instagram, I don't even know how you follow somebody and none of that, all of that stuff. But make sure that you guys get the message out, spread the word. It may not be for you, it may be for somebody else. But all I'm asking is that you share it with somebody else. If y'all ready to let's go, y'all ready to get this money out here so that you can do and all that you need to do and build the way that you need to build, and you need the knowledge and that's all you need, then I am here to coach you and show you and teach you and make sure you are properly positioned and offer you that opportunity. There is no reason for you to not have anything. I know the way, and so I'm showing you the way. Okay? All right. Peace out, y'all. See y'all on Instagram. Make sure you hit me up, Style Icon. Make sure you message me on Instagram. I'm going to be checking in just a moment. All right. Peace out. Go in peace and not in pieces and stay sucker free. Don't let these suckers out here that's trying to maim and kill. Don't let them be successful. Be like a game of chess. When they make a move, you make a move just like that. I'm out. All right, y'all over here. It's time to go. Love y'all. Peace out. And I will see y'all when I see y'all. Y'all pray for me as I pray for y'all. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be over here in my village building. If you want to join me, join me. And if you don't, then watch me. All right, y'all. Peace out.